All right, next up we have reveal number 818. This is a 1970S plastic tube roll. There we go. We're live. Okay. I scheduled it for 12:30 and, well, we're here 12:30 already here. It's 12:27. So we got a 1970S roll. Looks pretty nice from the top side. And let's see what's inside. Got everybody all ready to go. Don't have anybody watching right now, though. Or nobody commenting. Let's just say it that way. It's okay. Hey, Frosty. Okay. Coin number 1. Doug. Let me get this hair out of the way. Dog hair. Doug gets coin number 1. Let's see what coin number 1 has for us. Nice earlier dice date. No doubling in or around the date. No doubling in or around Liberty. Let me back my lighting down just a little bit. A lot of brightness going on here. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. Let's check the reverse on the first 10 coins. However, double die reverses on 1970S Lincoln Cents tend to stick to the proofs. But we'll take a look anyway. Why? Well, because A, it's free, and B, it's my show. I can do whatever I want. So, now that that is well established, moving on. Taco John, coin number 2. And on coin number 2, we have... nothing on the obverse. Same story on the reverse. Nothing there on this one. I do have something to announce and talk to you guys about for just a moment. I am getting ready to embark on a long journey. I don't know how long that journey is going to take, but I am beginning the working process of planning the new copper coins. The programming will take place probably in a month to a month and a half. The planning process will take me about another week. So, we're looking at the distinct possibility of having a brand new coppercoins.com before the 1st of October, or May. Well, no, I'm going to say the 1st of November. I couldn't possibly be any less excited than anyone else about this. I've been doing thoughts and self-deprecating gestures about not being able to program my own website for quite some time now. I am finally over that. While I can read and understand code, I don't write it. So I understand exactly what needs to be done. It's just that I don't have the exact syntactical knowledge that I used to. And so I'm going to have AI do that part. So while I can come up with everything that needs to be done and how, AI can write the code to make that possible. Eric knows. Eric knows. It's another thing that I'm getting ready to work on. I just got 273 graded coins back from NGC. Many of those coins, about 260 of them, I had photographs of on obverse and reverse. And given that be the case, I was actually able to go back and pair together images of the slabs with the original images of the coins that I took. So I have close-up, very high-quality photographs of the obverse and reverse of roughly 260 slabbed Lincoln cents. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to work with my AI genius to write a bit of code that will be a self-test game that you can play on coppercoins.com. It will be a photograph of the obverse and reverse of a coin, with the knowledge that as you play through this, the coin either graded a 66 or higher, or it did not grade. Because in a bulk you can name a minimum grade you will accept, and they will just hand back to you the rest of the coins. Well, so I did that, and in doing that, I wanted to make sure that I had images of the obverse and reverse of all the coins prior to submitting, so I did. Now I've got 4 images of 260 of the coins that were submitted. I have an obverse image, a reverse image, an obverse image with the slab, and a reverse image with the slab. So what happens when I put this together in a game form, you'll see the obverse and reverse of the raw coin, and your challenge, should you choose to accept it, will be to select whether or not that coin graded MS66 or higher. If you select, well, either way, yes or no, your next frame will tell you this coin was not graded MS66 red, and this is probably why. Or it will show you a picture of the slab indicating indeed this coin did grade 66 or higher. Plus, it will keep track of your score. And that will be something that you will be able to kind of tout, bragging rights, plus the winning person by a certain time period. When I can get this programming done, I'll do it for probably 2 weeks. The winning person who was able to select the proper NGC grade for the most, or whether or not the NGC coin graded, or whether or not the coin graded through NGC. Thank you, Chuck. You will get something for free as being one of those people who decided to participate in this foray. And in deciding to participate, you have stuck your neck out there. And for that, I want to reward the person who stuck their neck out there and was able to get the closest to the actual number of coins that graded through NGC. Now, my question to you is, if we do that game, how many coins do I select to be in the game? Got a double die here. Our first double die of the roll. I'll zoom in some to be able to show you a little better. Hello, Andy. You can see right here underneath the 7, there's another bar. Up here, there's another curve to a top of a 0, and down here is the lower part of a curve to a 0. That is a double die. And we got nothing on the L to substantiate or support it. But it is what it is. There it is for you again. You can see the doubling trailing the 0 as a little tail. And below the main crossbar on the 7. All right. Nice, nice. That one's for Taco John. So we do have a double die. Well, let's keep finding them, shall we? This one is not one. So my question to everyone is, how many coins should there be in my self-grading test? How many coins should I put in that self-grading test that I was just describing? Anyone and everyone in the audience right now is free and welcome to speak up on that. About how many do you think people would want to sit through? I know it wouldn't be 260. Actually, it would be 260 plus 133 because that's how many coins were returned not graded. And once again, just for the people who happen to be just joining or don't understand the process, those coins were not graded because I told them not to grade any coin that wouldn't get at least a 66. So the ones that were returned not graded are probably, in their opinion, mostly 65s. Okay, thank you, Frosty. Here's some machine doubling for you. The 197 of the date has a little extra on the top. Okay, so we've got 25 to 50, 30, or 50 or less. So I'm going to go with that less and do 30 coins. So let's have 30 coins in this self-test game. That I will write. I'll stick the pairings inside of a folder and have them chosen at random by the program to show on your screen, and keep score as you go through those 30 coins, and keep score as to whether or not you are correct or incorrect that NGC graded the coin you're looking at. The one who gets all of it right will probably get a choice between 5 or 6 different NGC graded coins as the prize. 406 coins were turned in for grading. 133 did not grade 66 or higher. So in that, my grading is about 67% for that particular lot. About 2/3. I'm usually closer to 80%. Oh, Adam can play. I've got my reasons, but Adam can play. Anyone, including NGC graders, could come and play, because my test is going to record the answers for each coin. As it records the answers for each coin, I'm going to be paying special attention to the ones that people say yes, yet it did not grade, because those are the ones that I have the most question about. Also, I'm expecting within the next couple of weeks anyway to receive my PCGS submission, or at least the grades from the submission back. I had a number of 1970S small dates go in for grading. and a number of 1988 flared G reverse FS901, also going for grading. We'll see what PCGS thinks of those. The problem with doing that, Frosty, is that it's rather complicated to be able to record a response without submitting a form. I can ask and see, but they will be kept in data tables, the responses. So I'm not too adverse to the idea of attempting anyway to put a response description in the data and have it record that too. I'll just have to ask my AI genius if that is easily possible, and if it is, we'll include it. Yeah, small dates are very difficult to find in rolls. I have seen them before, but they are difficult. Opened a 1970S roll one time, had 4 small dates inside that roll. This one, not so likely, but never know. Got Frosty up next. Not a double die. Not a repunchment mark, unfortunately. The 70S small dates that I had graded, I purchased 50 coins as a roll. They were in tubes. There's another one of our double dies right there. This one's for Mark. Taco John got the first one. You can see that tail on the bottom of the 0 and that extra bar below the 7, below the top part of the 7. So that one's for Mark. So far, coins numbered 13 and 27, about 1 every 13 coins. Or 13 and a quarter, 13 and a half coins. Has been a double die so far. This one, not so much. A guess that was put out there by someone writing about coins at one point in time, and I can't tell you where I found that guess because I don't remember. I found it probably, I'm going to go with about 30 years ago, but it stuck with me all this time, is that the approximation of the number of 1970s small dates compared to large dates was roughly 100 to 1. So an average of about 1 out of every 2, or 1 out of every 100 mint sets will have a small date. 1 out of every 100 rolls will contain a small date. So when I found one roll that had 4 small dates in it, that covered the spread for 400 rolls. If that 1 to 100 were true. I don't know whether or not it is actually true because nobody knows the mintage of 1970s small date Lincoln cents. However, it can be guessed and contrived from going through the roll that I have to see how many different die pairs are represented. Given the number of represented die pairs, we should be able to estimate by die state of the latest die state example of each different die, roughly how many were minted by each die And it's a matter of simply adding them together to come up with an approximate mintage. Hello, Paula. Yeah, we found a relatively minor double die. We found 2 of them so far in this roll. And to Paul we go. That's another one of them right there. You have the little tail under the 0 and these little extra tops right here underneath the 9 and the 7. But this little tail right here comprises a doubled die. Oh, did you find the exact die, Frosty? Oh, the comparison. Okay. I've thought about doing this at one point in time. Never really jumped into the process, but as I get time, as AI makes my life easier to live, haha, I will jump into that project. What would be interesting is to have a program that AI runs and looks at. Oh, nice. Wonder whose fingerprint that is. It's probably almost good enough to tell. 3 of them, Frosty. Got coins numbered 13, 27, and 34. Taco John, Mark, Thomas, and Paul Hampton so far. It's one of the minor ones that has a little tiny tail on the 0 and a little bit of a doubling on the lower part of the bar of the 7. I'm not sure which die exactly because here's one of them right here. You got just a little hint of a stick coming out of the bottom of the 0, and then you've got extra little bits on the 7 and the 9. So now coin number 37 for Shinbone is also going to be counted as one of our double dice. Stan the man. Got nothing on this one. This is an earlier dice state example. Seen it a few times already. And it does not have a double die on it. Well, for Frank here. Also not one of our double dice. Yeah, so as AI makes my life easier to live, I am going to at least bet for a realistic attempt at having AI write a program that will compare coins in photographs against known photographs of RPMs to identify which they are. I'm going to start with 1960D since it's a very challenging set, but it's also one that is very rewarding to find out, especially on the very minor ones, what you got. And if it works for that, there's absolutely nothing keeping us from expanding it all the way across all U.S. coins, and in fact world coins if somebody wanted to. Ah, you found a what? What was it? 68D RPM 1. Very nice. That's a very nice one. 68D RPM number 1. Alex found in a roll that we shipped to him. And he says there is no doubt that your rolls are unsearched. And that is very true. I used to search all my rolls. I quit searching the rolls I have. I'm going to go back to probably the year 2000. About every roll I've acquired since then has remained unsearched by yours truly. And if I do search it, the coins go in copper. They don't stay here. They go in my copper bin. So you'll never be going through a roll I've already been through. All right, up to number 45 here. We are going to be finished with this reveal around the time that I had planned on being finished with the previous reveal. We have one scheduled now for tonight. I will schedule the other one behind it for tonight, and we will get 5 reveals done in one day. Number 7, Stan says. I don't disagree at all. It does look like number 7. This is the coin that was originally on the end of this roll. And Eric will get it, unfortunately. Nothing going on. Coin number 47 now, Sissy. I think I'm also going to make a show and run it as a coins and coffee show where I will review a number of the coins, let's say, that came back from NGC so that we can discuss those. You know what, my roll here is 1 coin short. So I'm skipping over Mickey because he will understand and I can give him a direct and easy solution for missing a coin. We'll move to Chuck Patillo on this one. So Eric, you might want to make note that coin number 48 will be empty. I'll probably put a sticker on it for you, just to remind you. Carl, last coin in the roll here, number 50. And that is it for now. Patrice, hello. There's only one mint mark style for 1970S. So there's only one shape of mint mark for all 1970S large and small dates. It's 1974 where they changed the mint mark and the date size. And those have both different mint marks on them as well. So all right, folks, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here with me. And I will join back with you later on this evening. I think it's going to be around 8 p.m. to 8:30 Eastern Time this evening. We'll do 2 or 3 reveals tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll talk to you next time.